All right. We are back. Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are we today?
Good. We just had a bit of a catch up already.
Exactly. I just feel like we're done here. We said what we needed to say.
Should we do a test? And then all of a sudden,
We got a mini episode on it.
we'll clip it.
We'll clip it and we'll see what will happen. Let's do our little matcha cheers. Yes. We got to sip the matcha before we spill the matcha.
All right, here we go again. Has it made a difference?
It's chef's kiss. You can't knock this one. It's so good. Right? Oh, God. Yes, it's okay.
It's warm.
It's warm. Yeah, because the milk wasn't in the fridge.
Okay.
It's coconut milk, not regular milk, so nothing's wrong with it. Okay. Anyways, I'm still trying to work on Khaled being a believer in the matcha, but he's drank a few with me, so we're
To
on
be fair, like when anyone asks me about matcha,
Okay.
I'm like, I've had my fair few of matchas.
Definitely.
And variety.
Definitely.
As well. I'm like, I've probably had more varieties of matcha than most people.
Yes,
right?
he has.
So,
Yes, he has.
but
So,
anyway.
Khaled, first of all, we need to shout out all the people for the last episode because, oh my gosh, so much positive feedback. Everyone was talking about it. We
I think
had
people don't realize we've filmed them
back to back.
but it's been 2 weeks since we
Exactly.
we've been recording.
And last week's episode was actually super successful. Like, I got so much feedback about can guys and girls be just friends?
Give us a little bit because I know we spoke about it
Yeah,
earlier.
just a little bit of a wrap
Give me
up.
a bit of a wrap because
The
I was
gu-
curious.
The guys were all just unanimously like, Adele,
Khaled, you're right.
Oh,
Khaled's right.
Khaled's right. Bottom line. But it did shed some light on some things. Like, guys were basically like,
Dogs.
if
Loyal, we're loyal. You know, we listen. We
I don't know what kind of dog, maybe rabid, but definitely not golden retrievers.
no, but like you know,
But it was so funny because all of them unanimously were just like, Adele, can we just be real? If we didn't find the girl attractive, we wouldn't give her the time of day. Like, we wouldn't be like doting on her, giving her attention. And the girls were like, of course we can be just friends. And then it made me realize the ball's in our court. Like, we kind of make most of that, like the majority of that decision where it's like, we're keeping you in the friend
like
zone.
I said, as soon as the opportunity presents itself,
Yeah.
or say something, say for example, the girl changes her mind about this guy and wants to give it a shot, she just has to
It's crazy.
flip a switch, and then she can just change. and then
That's insane.
that's it.
So
and that was my point. That was
Yeah.
my point. It was like the only way that we can definitively give an answer
Right.
is that the ball is in one side of the court most of the time, which is
ours.
why I told everyone to do the litmus test, which is
Yes.
like, okay, send the message, see what happens.
100%.
Yeah, you want to test it? Test it. So
Well, thank you, fam, for liking. I got new subscribers. I got a lot of views. So thank you for engaging with the content. If you love what you see, hit that subscribe button, like these videos, and tune in every Sunday for more Spill the Matcha episodes. And go on my Instagram for my day-to-day shenanigans. And speaking of the subscribers, you know that like my swim team girls, shout out to you ladies, because there's a generation out there that is just so supportive. It's unreal. Like that high
How
school.
old are they?
They're high schoolers.
okay, good.
They
I was
are.
like, oh, should I start
No.
watching our lives?
No. I'm very mindful of what I'm posting these days, but it's just so nice because you know what? They told all their friends about it. They are like, this is the generation that understands the assignment.
They also, I feel like, okay, we're 90s kids, right?
Yeah.
We're born in the same year, right?
Yeah, almost.
Almost. So basically, we have a different upbringing and we have different experiences. We
Definitely.
weren't brought up here,
No.
for example. You were brought up in LA.
Yeah.
I was brought up in Australia. We're both pretty well traveled. So it's
Yeah.
like we have a different take on the new day and age
Yeah.
kids. But to see them sort of see it from our perspective,
Yeah.
it's nice.
And it's not just that, like they're supportive people.
Hmm.
Like, you know, like to get someone to subscribe in their 30s and 20s, you're like, please
yeah.
click the subscribe button. But the high schoolers are like, oh my God, we like you.
Yeah.
We're just going to hit subscribe. Whether they ever check my channel or not, they know that's support.
And we're in the age of that. at the moment.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
I don't know where I saw it, but it was like asking kids what they wanted to be when they grow up. And it was like YouTubers, TikToker,
100%.
this, that. It's like, why should I go work behind a desk for?
I'm here for it. I'm all about this generation doing the most. Like,
to be honest, I mean,
it's the future.
It's the future. Yeah,
it is. It is. So I'm all about it. So thank you, ladies. I appreciate you guys. And I wanted to dive in because I love this time of year. We're in December, fam. We are in month 12. We are in the last month of 2024, and it's been a ride. I can't believe it.
It's been a blink.
Actually, you know what? This year was long for me and I loved it.
Really?
I felt like I milked every moment of this year.
I mean, yeah, in terms of that, but
Yeah.
I feel like it went so fast.
I'm the opposite. This is the first year I feel it was like in slow motion for me.
Really?
Yeah. Like, and I love that.
Because I remember us filming in like, when did we do the, was it May? No, it was before May.
For what?
Solar.
Oh, like April, May. It was around April and May. Yeah.
Yeah. So that feels like
ages
forever,
ago.
yeah.
But that means it's been a long year. Had it felt like yesterday.
Yeah, true.
It would have been short. Like,
True.
I feel, yeah. So,
but at the same time, I feel like from that point to this point is just like what happened in between. It just we didn't see each other that often.
Exactly.
Anyway.
We missed, there was a gap. So I always like to do a little 2024 wrap up.
Like Spotify rap.
Like everyone in their okay.
I haven't done it. I stayed away from it. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to conform.
I did it, but why do I need to share it? Why do people need to know how many hours I listened to this artist,
Your
that
own
artist?
podcast.
I am my number one podcast, which I'm very proud of. I'm my own fan. Like, I knew you have to be sometimes. So that's my thing. And that's one of the things, maybe we can start there. Let's cancel that. Like, let's keep some things for ourselves. We don't need to be oversharing. And 2024 has definitely been the year of like oversharing everything. Like, we're talking about people online talking into a void, basically. Not knowing, I don't care if you're on private or public. Most people don't need to know your business. And I'm not talking about Spotify anymore. I'm talking about your life. When things are tough, I get that you want to reach out, but reach out to your circle. Your online presence isn't to be reaching out, because then we look at, it kind of changes my perspective. I'm like, whoa, you are that lonely where you need to reach out to complete strangers. Like, I know more about some people than I want to.
Seeking validation from outside, like external sources, you know what I mean? It's like it falls into the same sort of thing, because it's like, all right, everybody look at me. I need some feedback.
Right, but like oversharing. I'm fine with sharing. I love sharing. I'm obviously on my stories on Instagram. Like, people get snippets of my day, but they don't know my entire day or what I'm doing or what I'm feeling or how my life is going. And I like to keep it that way. You know what I allow you to access of me. And I feel there's a power in that people are not getting. And we need to like shift that in 2025. Let's be not secretive, private. You can, okay, I'm going to tell you this. You can share all day and people can still know not anything about your life.
100.
And I want you to feel like you can do that. Like, literally, post about things that are relevant to you, obviously, and that resonate with you. Don't do it for the clicks. But at the same time, be mindful of who your audience is, because you never know. And you don't need that noise in your life. There's Ayn. There is an evil eye out there. I don't care if you believe in it or not. I don't care like what your beliefs are. It's something that you are exposing your jugular out there, and people may use it against you one day. So be mindful of this. That's number one. Let's start there. But we're going to go a little bit light. So we're going to go heavy and light, because I talked about Stanley Cups last year. And unfortunately, they're still around.
They still piss me off.
Wait.
Was it last year?
It was last year, this time, December.
I got to tell you this. I went to like a surprise birthday party.
Oh, God. Tell me more.
I went to a surprise birthday party.
Spill the matcha.
For a friend of ours. And it was a surprise. And
don't tell me the gift was it.
No.
Oh, I thought you were like, oh, gosh.
I would have thrown it out.
All right.
somebody came, right?
Okay.
To the surprise birthday, and food was organized, the cake was organized, everything was organized, you know what I mean? Like it was a group effort. It was very well done. They came to the birthday party with their big ass Stanley Cup. And I was just like,
our cups aren't good enough for you? I don't get it.
But did you have to take it with you from the car or whatever? You're going to someone's house.
Oh, Khaled, it gets worse. Wait, we didn't stop at Stanley Cups. We cracked them out. Okay.
There's like a variation of them
Not
now.
even
They're
that.
even bigger.
They're not, it's not even that. You get trays. There are silicone trays that you put at the top of the Stanley Cup for your snacks. Wait, there are Stanley Cup backpacks for you to put like your lip gloss in, your Apple AirPods in. No. If you were to see a cracked out Stanley Cup, it's like this big.
I gotta Google it.
You gotta Google this because it is horrific. And I'm like, wow, we didn't just stop at the handle. No, we wanted it to be extra. It's insane. Oh, and then they have the accessories.
Stanley Cup
accessories. No, you gotta see this. They have the accessories for the straw. Now, and it has like.
Do you know what Stanley, like what I know Stanley for?
Stanley Cup is the actual cup.
Not Stanley the brand.
Okay.
It's like a tool brand. That's how I know what Stanley is.
Well,
in Australia, we're like, grab the Stanley. It's like the wrench, the pliers, like the Stanley.
The Stanley Cup, basically.
The Stanley knife.
Oh my gosh. No. It is a utility belt at this point. Like you're lugging around your utility belt. We haven't stopped. It's insane to me. It's like, are you serious right now?
Oh my God.
No, he's going down the rabbit hole.
At the
He's on his phone.
Oh my God.
Right? No. I can't. I can't deal with it. And like shout out to one of the high schoolers. She actually asked me to model for her. She reimagined the Stanley Cup and she made it without the handle and slimmer. And I was like, this is what a Stanley Cup should look like. Oh my God. Yes, I know. It's a party in a cup right now. It's insane. I know. I need it to disappear. I need it to stop existing. And not even that. You know what the worst part is, Khaled? I'm about to like go off.
Triggered.
Wait, do you know what the worst part is? There have been leak tests. It leaks all over the place.
Oh, really?
If you were to tip it upside down, the whole thing would fall out. So I'm like, what is the practicality of this Stanley Cup in your life? What does it mean to you? Please put it in the comments because I don't get it, nor will I
think
ever.
It's just total virtue signaling. Like, look at me, I'm hydrated, I'm drinking. This is how I know Stanley.
He's showing me tools.
Yeah,
like literally
we
tools.
know Stanley for the tool brand. It's a tool brand.
It's insane. I need it to end. I need 2025 to come and Stanley's to just
I wish we could just pan out.
Disappear. Just disappear.
Different types of bottles and
there's a million of them and they don't leak and they don't weigh 5 kilos. And and they don't look chunky.
I also had to give, like, obviously I teach about hydration.
Right.
And I teach about the balance of electrolytes and water.
Okay.
And I had to educate this person as they were lugging around this huge Stanley Cup saying that, yeah, but I don't drink enough water. And I'm like, yeah, but if you drink too much water
it's not good
and you
either.
don't have enough electrolytes and there's no balance in your system,
you're flushing
yourself
out.
You're peeing everything.
Exactly.
You're peeing all the time. You think you're hydrated, but
you're
actually
not.
you're gonna get more likely to be dehydrated from just drinking water.
No, I can't. So Stanley Cups, please disappear in 2025 because
Put some electrolytes in that bitch.
A little bit. Picari Sweat's great. You know, like that's a good
Put
one.
a tablespoon of salt and you'll make me feel a lot better. At least if you tell me, if I look at you and I'm that pissed off already that you've got a Stanley, but you tell me that like I've put electrolytes or I've put salt in this, I'll be like,
that's
okay.
with Khaled.
You
With
know
me,
what?
I'm just pissed off that you're carrying a Stanley around. It's horrific.
Oh no.
It's unexcusable. Okay, then.
Can't believe it's still around.
I know it's still around and it's cracked out. Like that's the worst part about
These
it.
accessories?
Yeah.
I mean,
no, I can't.
hats off to them, to be honest. Like
Business is business, right? Whatever's
like,
making you your buck.
They've gone hard and like accessorized.
Go soft. I'm done here. I'm so done. All right. So that's one thing that didn't disappear in 2024. And I was hoping, please, 2025, let's be a little better. Then not only did we crack out Stanley's, we cracked out Crocs. Have you seen as he wears Crocs at home? I can respect it.
And you know what? I wear these in the balcony, and when I go down to the pool, and they were a gift.
In the privacy of your own home, Khaled.
I'm not going to go out with
what
these,
you're doing. No.
You're talking about all the accessories on the Crocs,
Wait,
right?
I wish we stopped there. Now there are variations of Crocs that are high tops. We've put heels on Crocs, people. Like, no. Wait. And then like sandals that look like Birkenstocks but are actually Crocs. And I'm like, yeah.
I'm gonna have to Google
He's
this
Googling
again.
everything that I'm saying. Khaled, go into a Crocs store and I'm like, what are we selling here? It is the ugliest shoe I have ever seen in my life. And we are normalizing it out in public.
Wait.
C'est pas acceptable. I'm like, guys, like we need to like really be mindful of what we're wearing these days. I mean, yes, comfort is everything, but there are so many other comfortable shoes to wear.
Are they like the closed?
He's going down the rabbit hole again. It's insane. Khaled, it's
Crocs that look like Birkenstock.
Yeah. Like they're not the closed ones. They're like the open ones, but they're Crocs. And then they have heels and then they have accessories. And I'm just like, how much louder do you need to be in your Crocs? The fact that you're wearing them is loud enough. But all of a sudden, I'm hearing jingling and jangling all the time from feet, from all the accessories that they're wearing. So
You should just see my face right
yeah. No. His face is literally like, what is actually happening right now? Yeah. Go down that Croc rabbit hole. How are we still accepting this in public?
Okay.
Public.
For kids,
Cute.
very functional.
Very functional, very cute.
And very cute, but very functional. You know, like when I see kids wearing Crocs, I go like, that makes sense.
100%.
They don't know how to do laces.
Exactly.
They lose,
Slip on, slip
on,
off.
slip off. They can go walk in water. They can jump in,
Here for it.
get dirty, whatever.
Here for it.
Beautiful for kids.
Adults.
Adults, I don't understand.
But outside of your home, I'm not going to check your homes and see what you're wearing. That's not my business. I'm talking about like when we're in public and you're wearing your Crocs. Nuh-uh. Stop. 2020.
I think it's another thing, like a virtue signaling thing. Like, look at me. Look at my Crocs. Look at.
I don't want to look at them. They're so ugly.
Look at the things that I have on them.
They're so ugly. I cannot. And if you think
But
they
again,
look cute, they don't.
Marketing genius.
Yeah,
Whoever,
because
like,
now
come up
there's
with the idea.
accessories with them.
Yeah, man.
People are spending money on the wildest things.
There's
these
like
days.
expensive Crocs.
Oh, hell yeah,
I never
I
thought.
know.
Yeah, I didn't think you could get expensive Crocs.
Well,
but-
you can. Apparently, there's like statuses of what Crocs you have. It's insane. So
I kind of like mine, to be honest.
for your home,
Yeah,
Khaled,
yeah. And when I go down like to the pool and I train and then I
that
swim
makes
and I come up.
sense. That makes sense.
Because if I wear like other things, slides. they
Talking
get
about in
wet.
the mall, walking around.
I would not
with
leave
Crocs on.
I would not leave the house unless I was going to the beach or something.
That's fine.
And even then.
No, you have flip flops. Have you heard of Havaianas? What happened to those? Those
Yeah,
right?
Havanas, right?
I like them. We're good there.
This is
So,
sell them in vending machines in Australia.
2025. I expect better. That's just all I'm saying. So so that's Stanley's and Crocs. And now I'm gonna dive in.
Please give me one more.
We're gonna dive in deeper.
Give me one more.
Okay, so I was talking to one of the high schoolers that I used to coach.
Okay.
And I was like, and I asked her this question. I'm like, what do you think we need to cancel in 2025? And she laid it on me and I was like, absolutely. Can we stop trying to make animal print happen again? Oh my goodness.
And like clothing?
In clothing.
I mean, I'm a guy, so it doesn't really apply to me.
Oh, no. We're trying to bring back animal, like cheetah, leopard, zebra, tiger stripes.
Leopards.
I need to make this perfectly clear. I don't think we should be wearing animal print. Like,
Unless
why?
it's real animal.
Not even.
Like,
Definitely
if you
not.
tell me that's a wolf, I'll be like, cool, bro.
No, we
That's
should not
pretty
be
legit.
ever. I do not condone this.
I remember in the 90s there was a period of time when I was in
course.
when I was like in high school.
Everyone's into like,
Everyone was wearing this animal print stuff.
but it's coming back. I thought we buried it. Clothing,
Like tights or
dresses, blouses, skirts, tights, sports bras. Stop. Just stop it. No. But what's worse, this is like the gateway because
Gotta look it up.
he's looking it up. Everything that I'm saying today, he's looking up. The gateway is I think we're bringing back. I know trends come and go, and there's like a cycle of trends that just keep getting recycled. I need to talk about the 2000s because they're creeping back in. And
Yeah,
I'm not
that's when
okay
I
with it.
That's when I remember it.
But I'm not okay with it. The early 2000s were toxic. Cue Britney Spears toxic in the background. Like I want like, oh, the taste of your lips.
What about the eyebrows? Remember the eyebrows? They were like super
The
thin.
Christina Aguilera
Yeah,
eyebrows. I still haven't recovered from that, Khaled. My eyebrows have not recovered. I over tweezed and over plucked.
Oh my
and
God.
they are still patchy because of Christina Aguilera and her genie in the bottle days. Like, guys, we're trying to bring
Even
back.
the jeans are coming back, right?
That's the next thing. Unacceptable. Why are we on the low rise again? Why are we back to low rise jeans for women? That was toxic. Okay, if
Yeah,
you
it
didn't,
was strange. It was a strange time.
if you
to be
did,
honest.
wait. If you did not have the flattest of flat what is it called? Not what is it? Preteen.
Okay.
Before you become an adult.
Puberty.
Prepubescent.
Prepubescent, yeah.
Prepubescent flat stomach.
It's got the chains on it as well.
Chains, low. Like I don't
Low
even
ride.
know what kind of underwear you're wearing with that, because what kind of underwear is like not being shown right now?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I have a question.
Tell me.
What about the flares?
I'm here for it. I'm here for if they're high rise. I want to be hugged from the top.
No. The flares from the
Yeah, that's
the
fine.
70s flares.
That's okay.
like the ones that like go here and then they
Yeah.
end up as big as your
I
feet.
don't mind them personally.
What
I think
makes that okay?
it doesn't. Some people get triggered by
It's
it,
like
but
70s.
But it's very elegant if you wear them with heels out and to like a nice lunch, dinner. It's cute. You can pull those off.
I understand in a good context
Yeah.
in terms of like it's dressed up.
Right.
But what about working out tights that do that?
Yeah, no.
That triggers me.
That's a trigger because I'm like, oh my God, if that got caught on a bike, if that got caught,
But what is the point?
I don't get it. That's loungewear. See, you're wearing your loungewear,
Active wear.
your active wear, like your like athleisure to the gym. If it has a flare, that's not meant to be in the gym, fam.
I mean,
like,
if you're like, this is for yoga, this is for Pilates, what purpose does it? It's just purely like,
it's aesthetics.
yeah, it's aesthetic.
It's like this thing where people are like, they're into it.
It's annoying.
No.
That's what it is.
Yeah. See, this is your.
With a Stanley Cup
Oh my gosh.
and you do Pilates, see ya.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm not into it. But no. Okay, the 2000s, I don't want them coming back. That was a very dark time to be a woman, to be a girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have to.
Oh
agree
my gosh. We
if
were
I was a girl.
rail thin. Thin as
Thin
our eyebrows.
the eyebrows
As
are-
thin as our
The
eyebrows.
eyebrows definitely had to be.
Trying to go platinum blonde, I did that, yes, later on in life, and I'm like literally I'm trying to recover, and it was just size 00.
Yeah.
Was
I remember
a
there was
standard.
there was this shop. I can't remember the name, but literally everything was like looked like for kids. Everything in there was for kids, but girls like teenagers were shopping in there.
It's insane. No, and this is where I want to like get into.
Oh, Neon, remember Neon? Neon had like a 2000
Neon was a 2000 thing. In doses, I can accept it. Like neon is something that I'm just like, if you're at a rave, yes. If it's like a sports bra and
If it's
it's
an
like
accessory, like
yes,
it's just
not
it's
head
not
to
the
toe,
whole thing.
not
Yeah,
head to
yeah.
toe. But like, we need to not go
No
down that
traffic
rabbit
cone.
hole, right? The 2000s we need to acknowledge that the early 2000s are gone, and I don't want them coming back because it was just unrealistic expectations of standards of beauty. I don't know what was going on with men at that time, but Ken dolls, I think, were the thing. Like everyone wanted to be chiseled and jacked.
Yeah, I think it was V-neck. V-necks were very low riding V-neck shirts. Remember that one?
Yeah, Enrique Iglesias and Ricky Martin were like the vibe.
You know what? It was like really loose.
So like you were a pirate.
Really tight V-neck shirts, but very low cut V-necks. I remember that was the thing. And
with no chest hair.
And the hair.
Oh my God, with the
straight, yeah, the straightened hair. Oh man.
I can't. So this is what
I don't think that will make a comeback for guys.
I
think guys are safe.
I
think guys are safe.
Well, we're not.
No. Girls are.
We're like in this period of time where we're like, oh well, we've exhausted all the fashion. Let's go back to the 2000s. I'm like, let's not.
But you got to think like these are new aged girls that are.
Yeah, but no, because they don't even like them. They're uncomfortable.
So what, are the 90s kids making a comeback of the 2000s?
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know. There. Stop wearing those tights that have flares on the bottom.
Stop. Okay. But also, so this is what I'm going to like segue into, because we were at this really good place when it comes to women's body image, where we were beginning to preach strong over skinny. But now fashion is taking us backwards. And it's not okay, because once you bring back certain trends, guess what? Strong doesn't look good in them. Okay. We were at a point where strong was the aesthetic that we were looking for in women, and we were beginning to dress accordingly. Now, when you go to a shop and all it's being tailored or designed for is skinny again, this is where it begins to be like, well, then what am I doing? Nothing fits me. I go to the store and I'm in tears. Okay, I'm going to share a very personal moment that happened to me over the summer. I was in LA. My best friend was getting engaged. Okay, and I needed a dress. I was in the Nordstrom dressing room in tears.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, it's a department store that has like every brand that you could ever imagine, and they have beautiful dresses. And I obviously wanted to wear a beautiful dress for my friend's engagement, and I'm a girl. I want to look like that. I was in the floor crying. Why? Not because nothing fit me, which it didn't, but because of sizing. I'm going to tell you the wildest story. There was a dress, and the medium that I was trying on, the zipper was broken. It wasn't that, it was just a fault in the thing. So she went and got another medium, and it didn't fit.
Didn't zip?
It wouldn't zip. The other one zips. It's the same brand, same dress, same everything. And the same medium doesn't fit. This is where my mind gets absolutely effed every time, because I did this experiment as well in another department store where I bought jeans in the same size.
Okay, I sort of get what you're saying.
Okay, the same size jeans. Some of them wouldn't go past my thighs. Others were too loose at the top.
Yeah,
we're hanging up. This is insane for women. I don't think you understand what that
why?
does to us.
I know why. Because it's basically all made in a huge factory and there's no control. And what it is, it's just mass produced and like, all right, let's get deep here. But it's just mass produced, and when it's going to export, there's no control over what the consistency and what it is. How I know this is my dad came back from China with all of this Under Armour stuff. And I'm like, Dad, this is all fake. He's like, no, it's not fake. Trust me.
It's from the actual...
Like, bro, you bought it from China. It's fake. And he's like, no.
It's a factory.
This is from the Under Armour factory. However, they go through control, and anything that has a slight defect gets sold on the side. So all of this Under Armour stuff was actually better than my original Under Armour stuff. And I was like, we're living a lie.
But this is where it's so sad. Because again, strong over skinny. Yeah. Okay, where do I find the aesthetic or the fashion trend that fits strong over skinny? We haven't caught up to what we're preaching. And it's one of those things where this is like a backtrack moment for many women, where it's like, well, everyone's telling me to be strong, but now nothing fits me. Nothing looks good on me anymore.
Can't find a dress.
I can't find a dress for an engagement. This was literally no one got it. Everyone, like my family was like, well, you're crying because the dress was this. it's like, you don't get it. Like, you don't understand. Like, it's so difficult to be preaching something and living something, but the environment around you hasn't caught up.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating. It's disappointing. So, ladies out there, this is like a huge message. 2025, when you're thinking about your New Year's resolutions, and you're thinking
about your kids as well.
Yeah, but
think about the generations to come.
Strong. We're thinking strong. We want to go to the gym. You will lose weight when you go to the gym. It's like the byproduct. But what you're looking for is, I want to get strong. Why? I mentioned this before, and I've read this over and over again, listened to it in so many podcasts. Us as women, especially after our 30s, we begin to lose muscle mass per year. Every year that we age, our muscle mass decreases unless we are strength training. So I know
also bone mass density as well.
Yes, I mean, that affects us. That's like why we get osteoporosis so easily. Like, our bones are very frail and brittle. But if you're strength training, you are not just building muscle, you're building your bone structure as well. And I know that Pilates princesses are out there right now, and I'm all about it. I love Pilates. I think it's a very, very important thing to do for your body.
I'm biting my tongue.
Add strength training to that.
100%.
That's all I want to say.
I've tried Pilates many times. Reformer Pilates. I've tried different types of Pilates. I think that it's super, super difficult. I have utmost respect for it.
Of course.
Yeah, but don't tell me that it's better or that it can replace quality strength training.
No, and I'm not trying to, you don't need to get buff or build or no, I'm telling you, lift weights, whatever the weight is.
Lift real weights too.
100%.
There's only so much suspension training or body weight training or resistance band training. There's only so much that it can do to your body.
We're talking dumbbells and barbells here.
Increases stimulus, man. You're not going to get bulky.
No. Speaking from someone who was on a bulk, it's impossible. It's so hard. The amount of food that you would have to eat to gain that much muscle mass is insane. So, ladies, strong over skinny, I'm still preaching it, and I will continue to preach it in 2025. You know what? Unfortunately, maybe the fashion industry isn't going to catch up with us anytime soon, but I would rather see women in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s that can stand upright than women who are just frail and brittle. And if the wind blows a little bit too hard, they just blow away. This is what happens to us. We shrink. We genuinely begin to just dilute. And this is a woman thing, especially after menopause. Once we hit menopause, ladies, our hormones are all over the place. So we're not even producing the progesterone that we need, the estrogen that we need, the testosterone that we do have testosterone.
It goes down.
It goes down.
All your glands stop
everything,
working as much as they
slowly.
Used to.
Exactly.
Your pituitary glands, your adrenal glands,
everything.
Everything.
So how do we want to reverse that? Listen, and I just talked about this morning. It was wild. We're talking about Botox and fillers for our face to make us look young.
Oh my God.
Wait, I'm okay with that. Do your thing and age gracefully or whatever you want to do. But your body is going to give you away.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
If you've done a face...
For sure. All the decisions that you make when you're in your 20s and 30s, you don't see them then.
No.
But in your 40s and 50s, that's when you start to think about the decisions you made 20 years ago.
And it's not too late. So if you're in your 40s and 50s and you're like, oh my gosh, should I start strength training?
No,
yes,
of course. It's never too late.
Absolutely. So yes, we want to preserve the face. I'm all about preserving the face. By all means, put the Botox in, put the filler in, look like you're 30 when you're 50. I'm here for it. But your body's going to give you away.
Yeah.
So if you want the fountain of youth, the fountain of youth is found on a barbell. Barbell and dumbbell. And yes.
Your bed. I'd say in your bed and sleep. Yeah.
There's a trend that's happening right now where everyone is bragging about the lack of sleep that they're having. And I'm like...
It's wild.
How is this a badge of honor at all? No. And you know what it is? It's also about controlling our environment to the point where our cortisol levels are at a healthy place. I know that a lot of people, this is out of their hands. Life is stressful. Life is, getting at them. Sleep sleep is the most important
Sleep is
thing.
cool.
This is a non-negotiable.
Let's make sleep cool again.
Please, let's make sleep great again.
Honestly, when I think about it, and I think about all the late nights that I used to spend, and then I think about how I feel, like I do this thing every Saturday morning. I go running, right, at 7:30 in the morning. And you know how good it feels to be in bed and have a good night's sleep on the weekend and get up early and be able to start your day. Like, it's so underrated that I don't think people are like, how do you get up so early on a Saturday? Saturday for us is Sunday in the real world. How do you get up so early? And I'm like, it's like my favorite thing to do 100%. In the week. I look forward to the Saturday morning run because I'm like, I make the most of my day. I'm fresh. And like, I've gone into bed at a decent time. I don't mean like I'm not in bed at like 7:30 and get up at 3 a.m.
No.
I get a good night's sleep, but I mean, I get up at a reasonable time and it feels good.
I'm all about occasions. You have a birthday, you're out with friends, fine. But this shouldn't be your day to day because guess what?
It's going to catch up to you.
It catches up to you, and your sleep is essential for everything. Everything in your body, your mind.
They say like one of the most contributing factors to early death is lack of sleep. Yeah,
100%. So this whole
lack of quality sleep.
Quality sleep. I have a saying: nothing good happens after 9:30 p.m.
Isn't that Ed Sheeran song?
I don't know. Is it? I don't know. But this
What's
is what
that song again? My bad habits lead to late
you. Oh, nice. Yeah, but conversations with a stranger, but it doesn't say 9:30.
He says nothing good happens after 2 a.m. Definitely.
Why are we still up at 2 a.m.?
Definitely.
No, but like just take like the self-care needs to expand beyond face masks and bubble baths.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. We need to really take care of ourselves. If that means praying, great. If that means meditation, great. If that means journaling for you, great. Whatever that means to unwind yourself, life is lifing. It's out there. Listen, stress levels are at an all-time high. We're not living in the 90s and the 80s anymore. Like, honestly, people are trying to get to where our past generations got, and it's just getting harder.
No, we can't.
It's so hard. No. Okay, so I get stress of life. What are you doing to unload? That's an hour in the gym. Oh my gosh. Nothing puts you to bed like an hour in the gym. An hour in yoga, an hour meditating, 5 minutes meditating, whatever it means. We need to cancel the culture of like, I'm out partying every night and, living life like it's a roller coaster. It's about preserving yourself. In 2025, I really want to see people, because it's no longer, well, I didn't know. It's out there.
Yeah.
If you're scrolling through Instagram, you're going to get one of these podcasts talking about, honestly.
You're going to get us.
Manifesting this in 2025. But like, that's just one of those things. You can't say, well, I don't know any better. You know now. Knowledge is just accessible at a way that it has never been in forever.
Be accountable as well.
100%.
Be accountable for you.
And the thing is also that speaking of knowledge, I really want to cancel false truths. Oh my gosh, this whole like always and never. Once you hear these two words, anyone coming out of anyone's mouth, that's like my red flag. I'm like, always and never? What do you mean always and never? People are online preaching things, and I'm just horrified. And this is what people think is accurate and true.
They eat it up, man. They eat it
and
up.
What's even more dangerous is that AI now takes your voice and you can dub an entire podcast.
I've done it in a different language.
Oh, no, but no. Like, I can be talking right now and my voice will be speaking in English. And I won't be saying what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, they do it with like Joe Rogan. They try to get him to promote their
100%. And I'm just like, that's dangerous. 2025, we got to fact check everything because out there, right? Because we have so much access to information and knowledge, we need to make sure that it's coming from the right source and that it's not just something that's being AI generated or being done for a brand.
Let me tell you something that I tell all my students.
Yes.
Unless it has like a peer-reviewed study behind it, okay? So one of the things that we teach is nutrition, right?
Right.
And we talk about what is a credible source.
Okay.
Okay. And I really try to drill into them that if you know a bit of information and they have like backed it with peer-reviewed studies, which means that the people that don't know, it's gone to like many professionals, like guys with PhDs. They've verified it and they've all agreed on consensus that this is true, or this 100%. Is leaning towards more beneficial, or whatever it may be, whatever it is that you're talking about. It's not a YouTube video. It's not a TikTok.
Oh my
gosh.
Not
an Instagram. It's just like, unless you come with me with scientific peer-reviewed studies and you back it with that sort of information, everything else is anecdotal. And I don't mind, but don't try to preach something that isn't backed.
When someone tells me they heard it on TikTok, I'm just like,
oh, bro.
Okay, I'm about social media. I love it. I do. I appreciate it. I can see the value in it. Like, so when someone comes to me and was like, well, I found out on TikTok, I'm like, especially when it comes to health and fitness. Yeah. Because it's so personal.
I get it. There are so many things on TikTok that are like, wow, like that was cool.
It is.
And you watched it in 20 seconds and whatever. But when you start to try to take it for information as your source of credible information, man, honestly, grow up.
So that's
just doom scrolling and then
it's one wasting. Of those things. So 2025, let's go back to like research, books. Yeah. I know this is wild, but I mean, we have a lot out there that is accessible to us other than the 20-second reels on our phones. Like, we need to really bring back the culture of, okay, I need to fact check this because I'm not sure where this source comes from. Yeah. Do you remember we were doing essays in high school and we had to put all of our fact checks.
All the sources at the bottom.
At the bottom. Yeah. Or else it wasn't credible. We can't do that anymore. Where's the sources on TikTok? But where are those sources? Yeah. No one knows.
That's the thing. When I watch people do things, and then they recite the study of what it was, I'm like, okay, that's credible.
Exactly.
And even they are attributing it to having some doubt that there is inconsistencies in this. But the studies show that out of a big consensus that it leaned towards this way. And then you're like, okay, it makes sense. But
no. Like there are.
I'm gonna pee myself.
I'm
getting triggered.
Triggered, right? It's just one of those things. Like 2024 was a very interesting pivot. I feel like we did really, really well in some areas, as far as what we've been like preaching, as far as health, wellness. I love what I've been seeing, especially for women who are just like now in their power, where we're like, yeah, we're gonna get strong, we're gonna get fit. Strong over skinny mentality. I like that people are beginning to be mindful of how they're eating, getting into like self-help and, meditation and self-care. I love all that. And at the same time, in 2025, I want to see like the next step, like where we actually like begin to not just preach it, but we begin to live it. And it just becomes part of our life and our society, where we don't look at people weird when they say, oh, I wake up early to go to the gym. On the contrary, I feel like we should be looking at people funny when they tell us that they've been up all night partying and like drinking, smoking their lives away. That's when I look at someone like, are you okay? But it's so funny that the opposite is true. Like if you were to tell someone, I woke up early and got a workout in, people think you're nuts. Wow, you're crazy. You're a health freak. But I've never heard anyone tell anyone that when they go out partying, they're not insane for doing that. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, that is where I'm just like, we need to shift the way we talk about things. That's what we need to shift. So instead of saying that the person who's living a healthy lifestyle and taking care of themselves and really going on self-improvement is insane. Wow, you're weird. Wow, like, are you okay? Wow, like, let's do that to the opposite people and see how they feel. It's so crazy to me. So 2025, I'd like us to cancel judgment on people who are trying to improve their lives. It's already hard enough to make that decision. Let's be a little more supportive, even if you're not on that journey. Don't say anything then. If you're not on that journey,
you don't have something nice to say.
Don't say anything at all. Exactly. The things we learned in kindergarten still resonate in adults. I think that's all we needed to learn in life. Everything we learned in kindergarten.
Yeah, why throw shade on someone that's trying to do something?
100%. 100%. And in 2025, I'd like to see more people get out of their comfort zones, do something that they've always wanted to do, whatever that may be. Anything. I want 2024 to be like a beautiful year of closure to a chapter, and then continuing on with something new. Get out of your comfort zone. I think that's my challenge for all of you in 2025. Find a way to get uncomfortable. Because guess what? Your comfort zone gets uncomfortable after a while, even then. So when you begin to feel like you're outgrowing your space, stop trying to squeeze in. That's uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. We're going to find a new space. It might be too big for us in the beginning, but we can fill it up. We have a whole year to do it. So no self-limiting beliefs, fact checks on everything you're listening to on TikTok.
No Crocs, no Stanley Cups.
No Crocs, no Stanley Cups. Let's stop trying to make 2000s come in. Let's keep that strong over skinny mentality going. And I'm going to leave it there. Keep growing. Keep glowing. And I will see you all next week. Peace.
Peace.